Hey folks, welcome back. Another vlog. This is Steven Universe, episode something or other and something or other, presumably +1, Love Letters and Reformed. So, first off, Love Letters. Absolutely excellent episode. I really enjoyed it. I really liked how, it really kind of showed where this kind of performative, media-based, dramatic sort of ideal of romance really kind of causes some problems. There's this old Onion article. Romantic comedy behavior gets real-life man sent to jail, which sums it up pretty well. The way we depict romance in our media tends to be really messed up. We tend to have absurdities like people spending their entire lives with the person that they dated when they were 12, or that was their, love interest when they were 12. And, some people do end up doing that, but the overwhelming majority of people don't. The divorce rate plummets dramatically for people who get married at 30 compared to people who get married at 20 or 25. There's something to be said for having a little experience first. And most people don't stay in love for 50, 70, whatever many years. Most people just drift apart before that point. It happens. So this notion of love is something that, happens once and lasts forever is pretty much made up. It's not how it works for most people. And then you've got love at first sight, which is also BS. Are there people who become immediately infatuated with one another at their first meeting and then develop from there into a real relationship? Yeah, sure. That happens. But they're not in, love is an active process. It's not the same thing as infatuation, and it's not something that happens instantly when people meet each other. That's melodrama talking. And so I really like that Garnet just straight up says, love at first sight isn't a thing. It doesn't happen. It's not real. And I like how it shows how, because Jamie is so wrapped up in himself and his own feelings and the drama of it all, the attempt to let him down easy backfires. Because I think that's the thing that happens in real life is, mostly guys. I think women occasionally do it too, but it's mostly a guy thing. Because being really careful to let people down easily is mostly mostly something women do because our society trains women to be aware of and careful of other people's feelings more than it does men. So it's more commonly a thing that happens with guys where they almost deliberately interpret somebody letting them down easy as being not no. They choose to interpret a polite no as being a maybe, and then try to push and push and push to turn that maybe into a yes because That's what our screwed up media have taught them to do. That's exactly what's going on here. Garnet puts it brilliantly. She lays it out. Jamie has done such a good job of playing the lovesick fool that he's persuaded himself that's what he is. He's persuaded, everyone except Garnet that that's what he is. But she knows that he doesn't know her. So she, recognizes that what he's feeling is not love. Because you can't love someone you don't know, and you can't know someone just by seeing them. You have to interact with them. Because the other thing that doesn't exist is unrequited love. Myth. Never happened. If you think you love someone that doesn't love you back, you do not actually love them. Because love is an interaction. It's something that exists between two or more. Let's not forget poly people. It's something that exists between two or more people. When you think you have unrequited love for someone, that's you being just infatuated with them. It's a crush. You'll get over it. Jamie will get over it. Hopefully soon. Hopefully in a mature way. But he will get over it. So, yeah. Good, solid episode. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoy the way this show occasionally, like with Keep Beach City Weird, the way it takes things that are usually presented positively in the media, but in real life are actually pretty messed up, and shows them for what they are. So that's cool. So yeah, I really like that one. The second one, Reformed. Pretty decent character study of Amethyst. She is at this point, I think, the gem we know the least. Because she keeps everything at a distance. Because she is the more surface-focused one. The one who, just wants to enjoy herself and not have to think too hard. Particularly doesn't want to think about herself. And, it's I say that she's the gem we know the least, but I just said quite a bit about her. Because we don't know what she's protecting, but we know that she's protecting herself. We have some idea, possibly, of what from, given that it's been, don't remember if outright stated, but at least heavily implied that she was created as part of the invasion of Earth by the Homeworld gems. So she has either betrayed or been betrayed by the people who made her. She's turned against the cause that she was created for. And then at some point, the person, the people she joined, almost all of, their leader was killed. Who knows how many other crystal gems were killed, leaving just 3. 4 if you count Steven. So there's a lot to protect herself from. And so she doesn't like people probing too closely into who she is, because that requires letting down her guard. And she's afraid to take on a form that shows who she is. She likes being able to constantly shift. She likes out of the crystal gems, she's the one who's constantly taking other forms. Excuse me. And maybe that's part of her power set, her particular abilities as Amethyst, the way that, it seems like Pearl's specialty is like combination of her intellect and like precision. Uh, Garnet is raw power. Amethyst is flexibility and adaptability and changeability. But that is again a way of protecting herself. It's a way of obscuring the real Amethyst, which presumably is the one we see at the end of the episode. That's the self that feels right. So, pretty simple episode, but it had some good stuff. Garnet's Garnet pushing and Amethyst pushing back is often a fun dynamic. I mean, it's basically the dynamic that brought us Tiger Millionaire. So yeah, good couple of episodes. Don't think I had a ton to say about them, but solid, good stuff. The show continues to be great. I'm noticing that we are quite far into the season, and it's been almost all slice of life stuff. I think Reformed is possibly the first time this season we've had a real monster, which I like. I like the show's getting more into that, because those tend to be the episodes that are really interesting, that really tell us about the characters and allow us to see who they are. So, good on the show. Also happy that we've gotten some more Connie. She was conspicuously absent from the last 2 episodes, so I'm glad that she was in reasonably prominent role in blanking on the name of it now. Love Letters. And that she, out of all of them, was the one who was most kind of taken in by and playing along with the dramatic nature of Jamie's declarations. That she was the one who really got into it and, was the person who primarily wrote the letter back. Because, of course, she's someone who, until fairly recently, has lived her life in books. She really hasn't had other friends before Stephen. She hasn't had much real-world experience of people interacting with one another. What she has is what's in her books, which is the same, when it comes to love, it's the same garbage that's in our movies, which is where Jamie is getting it from. So, of course she'd be the one to get most into it. I'm looking forward to seeing more of her because she is a really fun character. Hoping to get some more Garnet too, but either way, I'm actually going to go watch some more right now. So, bye!